Another bonus tip regarding color and how editing in CMYK breaks your Photoshop files. It's very sad that you start with neutral values here and there. In fact, every photograph has certain neutral values in it. Whites, grays, blacks, and every one of those neutral values in between all those. If they're right, they ought to stay right. Otherwise, it throws a color cast into your photograph. And it can throw a color cast all over. I'm going to show you that next. Here I've got my same RGB baby, and on the other hand I have my CMYK baby. They're the same in every respect except their color modes, and I'm editing both of them. One I'm editing in RGB mode, one I'm editing in CMYK mode. Now I'm going to edit Command U, Control U for hue. It rhymes with hue. Command U, hue. And I'm going to go change the hue, saturation, or lightness. HSL, hue, saturation, and lightness. Sometimes called HSB. It's a very similar model. Hue, saturation, and brightness, where the brightness is swapped out for lightness. You'll see that in other places. Here I am I'm editing the RGB file. And if you have a neutral gray and you saturate it, which makes it vivid, whatever the color cast is, it shouldn't get vivid. It's neutral. In fact, it doesn't. I'm watching it happen and nothing's happening. When you electrify, when you pump up whatever color cast is in your image with saturation, you'll see it. This doesn't have any color cast, so it shouldn't pump anything. That's true. Look, if I say okay, you'll see nothing. Now, if it were a color, let's pick a muted color. If it were a color and I saturated it, oh yeah, I'm going to see more of it or less of it. It's going to pump it up. That's its job, okay? Let's go back and refill with 50% gray. But a neutral value should be untouched. Here's what I'm saying. A neutral value should remain neutral no matter what edit you do. And here I'm just picking a random saturation edit. Neutrals should remain neutral. Let's go look at the CMYK file. Same thing, edit. Now what should happen if I pump the color cast up in a neutral file? You've already heard the answer. Nothing. Nothing should happen. But when what is going on, CMYK? Okay, just another evidence that when you edit in CMYK, it trashes all of your neutrality. All of your neutral values get thrown into a color cast. Well, and it's not even the same color cast, because if you edit one way, one thing happens, and if you edit another way, you'll watch. Something else happens. You've got to be kidding me. Editing in CMYK breaks your color. And you're wondering why your color isn't printing right? It may be because you've been editing in CMYK. End of bonus tip 3.